Hello and welcome to your practice. Today we are going to do a Warrior One posture with some really wonderful shoulder options, variations that will add mobility and strength to your shoulders. So to begin, come to the top of your mat and stand in Tadasana, mountain posture. Just take a few easy, gentle breaths here. And then we'll take a deep breath in and circle sweep the arms all the way up and bring the hands right to the center of the chest. We're going to begin with a right foot forward. So keep your right foot planted in place and take a moderate step back, directly back from where it was with your left foot. You'll find yourself in an alignment that is still hip width distance apart because you stepped right back from your hip width distance apart mountain, and you didn't step back and in. Just straight back, and that will put you in a really stable hip width distance apart for Warrior One. And of course, we've got a bent front knee and a straight back leg for Warrior One. And then we're going to bring the hands together and just settle into your foundation for a few breaths. Good. And then from here, we're going to start with some lat pull downs. So we'll inhale to reach up and then exhale to bend the elbows, draw the shoulders down and squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And we'll do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach up and down. One more of those. And then just hold. In these cactus arms, looking straight ahead. Now we're going to work on protracting and retracting the shoulders. So we'll come all the way to the front of the body and press the forearms together, stretching the skin across your upper back, creating space between your scapula, shoulder protraction. Then we'll open back up to the cactus arms, retracting the shoulders, and then come back to forearms and hands together. Open up and come back. We'll do that 2 more times, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And just hold, squeezing the forearms and the hands together for another breath. And then just release so that you're in a comfortable, easy Virabhadrasana, Warrior One. Next up, we're going to add a shoulder flexion stretch, which you might even end up taking into cow face arms. So if you've got your right foot forward, reach your left arm up. Your other hand can just be resting on your thigh. There's no need to go into a back bend or to flare the ribs forward here. Just stay in an upright, nice long spine. And then when you feel ready, take that elbow of your upstretched arm and just bend it. So your hand rests right between your shoulder blades. And you can stay there, or you can touch your elbow gently to provide support and increase the stretch. Or you can take your right hand, your right shoulder will internally rotate. You'll reach up your back and just place your hand right on along the spine, or clasp your hands if they happen to connect. And if you're nowhere near connecting or you're kind of near connecting, but you need a little extra support, Feel free to hold a strap or a hand towel in your left hand, dangle it down, and grab it. So these are cow face arms with Warrior One. We'll take a few breaths. And as long as your abdominals are engaged to support your lower back, you can even try a little back bend from here. And then let's release. Bring the hands back to heart center and step forward to the front of the mat. Just take a breath. And then we'll switch sides, keeping the left foot in place where it is and stepping back with the right foot. Let's do that whole sequence again. Inhaling and reaching up. Exhaling and pulling down. Reach up and pull down to your goal post. We'll do that 2 more times. And hold. And then we'll protract the shoulders by bringing the forearms together and retract, coming back into that goal post position. Forearms together, arms apart. Just a couple more. Hold. And then we'll bring the hands together and just take a breath. Check in on your foundation. Make sure that your toes are spread. You're really pressing into the heel and the outside edge of your back foot. And then we'll reach the right arm up. Your left hand can just rest on your thigh. When you feel ready, bend your right elbow and place your hand right between your shoulder blades. Stay there or add a little touch to the elbow. Or internally rotate the left arm and see if a connection of the hands is possible. Maybe using a towel or a strap. So here we are in some variation of Warrior One with cow face arms. And if you would like, you can add a little back bend. And when you're ready, release. Release the arms. Bring your hands back to the center of your chest and step forward to mountain. Just take a moment to breathe. And we're going to do one more variation on each side for our shoulder series from Warrior One. Keep your right foot forward again. We'll step back with the left foot. So we're in that first side again of our Warrior One. And just bring the hands to the center of your chest. We're going to do some eagle arms now. So to begin, bring your left arm up a little bit higher than your right. Then slide your right arm underneath, just like this. And that might be enough. Just getting to here is a great success, or maybe bringing the backs of your hands towards each other. If that's possible and you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can kind of barbershop spiral until you can put the palms together. Just go where you can, never forcing your body, just listening to see where it wants to go and it wants to stop. Now, it's really easy to kind of forget about the engagement in eagle or with eagle arms, and we can kind of like drop our arms like this. So instead of that, bring your fingers up an inch while pulling your shoulders down. And then bring your forearms forward a centimeter while pulling your shoulders back. Now you're going to be in a really fired up version of eagle arms. Big stretch. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, release and circle sweep your arms slowly up all the way overhead. We'll bring the hands to the front of the chest and step forward into mountain, and then straight back with the other leg into warrior one. Take a breath to get settled in. This time, since our left leg is ahead, forward, we're going to bring the right arm on top. So it's the opposite arm, opposite leg on top. Then weave your left arm underneath. Just getting your elbows towards each other, close to stacked, is a huge success. Maybe step 2, you bring the backs of the hands together. Maybe step 3, you can bring the fronts of your hands together. Make sure you're lifting your fingers as the shoulders draw down and bringing your forearms forward as your shoulders draw back so that you get the most out of this. I didn't show it on the other side, but that's okay. We don't have to do everything exactly the same on both sides. If you'd like to try a little hinge forward here, you can add a little humble warrior to your eagle arms warrior. So many muscle groups firing here. And then we'll come back up for one more breath. We'll untangle and reach all the way up. And then bring the hands to the center and step forward to the top of the mat. Take a breath. And that concludes our shoulder-focused warrior practice for today. You can feel free to continue on in your practice and flow in the way that feels good to your body, or thank your body for showing up, and I thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.